Hey everyone, Pastor Richard here with Cornerstone Church in Lake Jackson, Texas. We're a faith fellowship that's passionate about connecting people with Christ, growing in our relationship with God, and flourishing as fully devoted followers of Jesus. I just wanted to hop on for a few moments today and share a thought with you that's been running through my head this morning. And I pray that it might help you as you navigate through this week. In 1955, Eugene Pauly developed a unique innovation that had an impact on the world. It certainly had an impact on my life. In that year, Eugene Pauly invented the first ever wireless remote control for a television. And never before had a child held so much power in their hand. At least it felt that way for us. There were many battles in our home on Saturday morning about who had the remote control. Because whoever had this little device got to determine what we watched that morning. They could turn the TV up or down, they could tune into another channel, and they could mute the TV altogether. And so there was a lot of power. In fact, we often felt like He-Man when we had this thing, and we would shout out, "I have the power!" I've been thinking about this little device because I believe that each and every one of us have a mental remote control. You know, we can't control the circumstances of life always. We can't control every situation that we might face. We can't control other people and how they respond to us. But we can control what we focus on. We can control how we respond. And we can turn some voices up in our life and others we can turn down. And we can mute some altogether. I believe that we have a mental remote control and we can determine what we focus on every day. I've been thinking about that because on Sunday, I challenged us to think about the things that help us to stay focused on Christ, to grow in relationship with Him, and to keep our eyes fixed on Him. And one of those practices in my life is to literally put into practice what Paul wrote in Philippians chapter 4 when he said, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is right, whatever is noble, whatever is lovely or admirable, if there's anything excellent or praiseworthy, meditate on these things. And whatever you've seen or heard or received from me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you." And we live in a world with a lot of brokenness and darkness and negativity, and it's easy to get sucked in. And there are days I just have to take out my mental remote control and tune into a new channel. And I have to literally practice, Lord, I'm surrounded by things that are false, things that are untrue. Help me, Lord, to meditate on what's true, what your word says, and what you say about me and the world around me. Lord, there are so many things that are just wrong in our world, but help me today to focus on what's right. There are things that are just base, but Lord, we're kingdom people, and help me to have a kingdom mindset and to focus on the things of the kingdom rather than the things of the world. The things that are lovely and admirable and excellent and praiseworthy. Lord, help me to tune in to those things. And then, Father, help me to put into practice the things that I've seen and heard and received from you, knowing that you're with me every step of the way. I believe if we practice that, it changes our perspective, it changes our attitude, it opens us up, it helps us to draw near to God and grow in His grace and to be used by Him every day. And so today, as you begin to sense yourself sucked into the world, sucked into the negativity, into the brokenness, as you begin to feel yourself sucked in, I just would encourage you to take out your mental remote and change the channel. Begin to focus on what God's doing, on the goodness of God and His grace in your life and all the blessings He's poured into your life. I love when we were watching cartoons, there'd be something good and then they'd go to commercial break and often they'd say, stay tuned because something good's coming. And for us as followers of Jesus today and this week, I want to encourage you to stay tuned. Stay tuned into him. Stay focused on him. Turn up his voice in your life. Change the channel to focus on Christ. Get ready, Cornerstone. God's on the move. God bless.